یک مدرک ویدیویی دال بر حضور ارواح در عمارت طلسم شده مشهور. رویدادهای فراتبیعی شکار دوربین. هر روز تعداد زیادی از مردم ادعا می‌کنند شاهد اتفاقات فراتبیعی بودند. اکنون با کمک گسترش بی‌سابقه دوربین‌ها و با انتشار ویدیوهای جدید مطمئن می‌شویم که اشتباه نمی‌کنند. در مرکز شهر خوزه یک ساختمان ویکتوریایی به سبک ملکه آن وجود داره به نام عمارت اسرارآمیز وینچستر و این نامگذاری دلیل خوبی هم داره. این عمارت به همون اندازه که زیباست وحشتناک هم هست و مردم فکر میکنن که توسط سازنده‌هاش طلسم شده. ممکن است که یک راهنمای تور اخیراً مدرکی به دست آورده باشه.
Stories about the Winchester house being haunted go back to the late 1800s. It's just a really curious and a fascinating place.
ساخته این بنای زیبا در سال 1884 شروع شد. بعد از اینکه زنی به نام سارا وینچستر همسرش رو بر اثر بیماری سل از دست داد. ویلیام وارث تمام ثروت صنایع اسلحه سازی وینچستر بود و وقتی که مرد تمام داراییش به ارزش 20 میلیون دلار برابر با 532 میلیون دلار امروزی به همسرش رسید. اما بر اساس افسانه ها مرگ ویلیام چیزی بیشتر از ثروت کلان برای سارا به جا گذاشت. روح کسانی که توسط اسلحه های وینچستر کشته شده بودند شروع به آزار و اذیتش کردند.
Sarah visited a psychic, and the psychic told her that all of the victims of the rifles wanted to avenge their death, and the only way to appease them was for her to build a giant house and continue construction on it until the day she died. She also intentionally made the house very confusing, with doors that led nowhere, stairways that led nowhere, so that the ghosts couldn't find her in the house.
نتیجه چی شد؟ این عمارت پرپیچ و خم با 161 اتاق، 2000 در و 47 شومینه و ویژگی‌های عجیب دیگر ساخته شد.
Walking through the Winchester Mystery House, you will go up stairways that end in a ceiling. You'll go down hallways that lead to nothing. Tiffany windows that offer no sunlight. It's an architect's nightmare and fantasy all rolled into one.
You don't feel alone when you're in the house, even though if you're walking with people that are also like on the tour, you only feel like there's something looking at you from some door that you can't see or a room that's not there.
ساخت این عمارت 2200 متری تا زمان مرگ سارا در سال 1922 ادامه داشت. از اون موقع این باور وجود داره که سازندگان این خونه اینجا رو طلسم کردن.
Patrons have reported seeing workers, ghostly workers, that would disappear into walls or walk through doorways and simply vanish. So there's all kinds of ghostly activity reported in Winchester Mansion.
اما هیچ کدام از این رویدادها تا همین اواخر مورد فیلم برداری قرار نگرفته بودند. در سال 2013 مشاور املاکی به نام کریس ترنر داشت توی خونه راه میرفت که متوجه شد یکی از چراغ‌ها تکان میخوره.
So what we're experiencing here is poltergeist activity, which means it's an energy that's able to move objects around, and that would be like the chandelier swinging back and forth. You don't really notice anything else in the room moving, it's only the chandelier.
It's heavy. To swing like that, something has to be causing it. And it was just like somebody had just caught it walking by. So something is definitely moving around in that house that's not alive.
راهنمای تور سوزان هرش یکی از معدود افراد خوششانسی بود که در اون زمان سرنوشت‌ساز این رویداد فراتبیعی رو به طور مستقیم مشاهده کرده.
I am Suzanne Hirsch. I am a tour lead at the Winchester Mystery House. What occurred that night occurred in two different rooms in the mansion, about 3 rooms apart from each other. I actually was with my tour group at the very front of the mansion when we witnessed the first chandelier swinging. I was a little bit unnerved at first because one of my guests pointed it out to me. I didn't even see it initially because I was giving my talk, and she said, "What is that?" and pointed at the chandelier, and it was swinging, quite strongly. And at first, my instant reaction was, oh, someone just went by, they knocked it with a broom handle, whatever. And then we realized it wasn't slowing down. And at first, people were willing to sort of dismiss it until such point as we got to the second chandelier. And when we saw that, that did it for us. I think at that point there was a little bit of nervousness.
When one person sees it, that's pretty astonishing. If two people see it, then you have a real incident there.
They were swinging when we arrived in the room, and they continued to swing at full force with no loss of momentum. No one touched it, no one disturbed it. We just stood and looked at it in wonder.
پس از اون رویداد غیر قابل توصیف، سوزان و چند نفر دیگر از کارکنان تصمیم گرفتند که توضیح منطقی برای چیزی که دیده بودند پیدا کنند.
I checked with the USGS to ensure that there were no earthquakes. We've actually gone into the rooms above and jumped up and down. We've done all kinds of things. There's certainly no airflow through those rooms. There's really just no explanation.
از آن روز به بعد سوزان چند برخورد دیگر هم با ارواح عمارت اسرارآمیز وینچستر داشته.
It really did sort of kick off a wave of events. From that point forward, I had doors opening and closing by themselves, candles swinging. I eventually did hear voices, footsteps, things of that sort.
اما افزایش تعداد پدیده‌های ماورایی سوزان رو از کار کردن در اینجا فراری نداده.
Probably in the 6 years I've been at the mansion, I've probably had about 24 experiences that I cannot debunk. And I'm okay with that.
در ادامه برنامه یورش یوفوهای مثلثی شکل در آسمان‌های سراسر دنیا.